Here we're going to solve a system of linear inequalities. So in this problem we were actually given two inequalities and asked to graph them, the solution to the system of them together. So the easiest process to take here is to just graph them one at a time, and then we can put the information together for our final answer. So the first step here with y is greater than negative 4x plus 8 is we want to actually graph the line represented by y equals negative 4x plus 8, which is luckily in y equals mx plus b form. That is slope-intercept form. So we know that the y-intercept is 8. We also know the slope is negative 4, or in other words, negative 4 over 1. So we can use that to quickly graph the line. So it would mean start at 8, put a dot there on the y-axis, and then using a slope of down 4 over 1, you would end up going 1, 2, 3, 4 down and 1 over, and we're going to put a dot there as well. And you can actually repeat that process one more time if you want to get more information. From there, we could go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, and you end up with a nice intercept at x equals 2. So let's put that dot on, and then we're going to draw our line. We're going to be careful though, because it's either solid or dashed line, and for greater than and for less than, we're going to use a dashed line because those inequalities mean to not include the line in the solution, and so a dashed line is to indicate that it's a border but it's not included in the solution. Okay, so there you have your blue line, and now you have to decide, based on the inequality, which side of that blue line to shade. It's either going to be all the points over here or all the points over here. And I like to use a test point to determine that. So my favorite test point is 0, 0, the origin, because it's really easy to plug into the inequality for y and for x and see if it's true or not. You can use it as long as it's not actually on the line. So you wouldn't want to use this point because it's on the line. Okay, so let's go ahead and test 0, 0. And so is 0 greater than negative 4 times 0 plus 8? That would calculate out to 0 is greater than 8, and that is not true, that is false. So that would mean that this point right here is a no. It is not in the solution set. And so that means actually all the points on this side of the blue line are no's. And conversely, all the points on the other side of the line are yeses. And so in order to indicate that, we can shade in that region. Now, if that had been the whole problem, you would be done. But we also want to incorporate the second inequality into the solution. Y is less than negative x plus 6. So in order to do that, you're going to go through the process all over again. So let's graph the line y equals negative x plus 6. And again, it's going to be dashed, right? And again, it's in y equals mx plus b form. So this one tells us m is negative 1, or negative 1 over 1, and b is 6. So if I start at b equals 6, and I go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, you get several points. I could keep going down 1 over 1 if I like. Eventually I'd end up here, which gives me a dotted line going in this kind of direction here. And up. All right, let's test 0, 0 into this equation as well. Is 0 less than negative 0 plus 6? In other words, is 0 less than 6? That's actually a yes, that's true. 0 is less than 6. So for pink, we actually get a yes on this side of the pink line, and that means that all the points on this side of the pink line are yeses. So we want to shade this way. And the final answer then is just the overlapping region. So to commit to that and say, okay, I know where the solution region is, you want to darken in just this overlapping section where both pink and blue were yeses. And that would be the area where the points in that region satisfy both of the linear inequalities. And if you wanted to clean it up, you could actually erase off these regions here because we don't consider them a solution to the system since they don't satisfy one of the equations. They don't satisfy both of them. All right, hope that helps. Have a good day.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.